Cochrane-Fountain City, Kenosha, St. Joseph. This is an audio test. And welcome to Camp Randall Stadium at the University of Wisconsin, Dane County. Again, the site of WIAA 11-player state football championships. My name's Jason Zaleski. Welcome aboard, everybody. Division 7 is where we start here in 2025. Kenosha St. Joseph on the far sideline in their white jerseys, and Cochrane-Fountain City, the Pirates on this near side, the Wisconsin Badgers home side, as a matter of fact, in their dark jerseys, as we are on standby for today's national anthem. Before we get started, let's find out a little bit more about the Lancers of Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic here in 2025. They are coached by Matt Rizzo and returning to the championship game for the second time in program history, the other appearance coming back in 2001. The Lancers finished runner-up in Division 5 that year. Prior to joining the WIAA, they made one appearance as a member of WISA, WISAA, winning the Class A championship in 1994. This year, the Lancers are the champions of the Small Midwest Classic Conference, and the 24-year hiatus was broken as a result of a 28-0 shutout of last year's state runner-up Potosi-Cassville on Friday last week in Stoughton. The stellar Lancers defense has recorded 2 shutouts in the playoff run, has only allowed 15 points in the 4 playoff games. Cochrane-Fountain City advances to the championship game the first time ever for the Pirates, and they began celebrating the trip in Wisconsin Rapids on Friday night. It was a double overtime field goal, 17-14 final score, and it was sophomore Robert Moya who booted the field goal in that double overtime to advance the Pirates here to Madison on this Thursday morning. That was a win over Lord's Academy. And the Pirates, champions of the Dairyland Conference, and they are outscoring playoff opponents by an average of 32-8. And again, even that considers that just the 3-point win on Friday. They are outscoring in the playoffs 32-8, and the defense has shut out 8 opponents this season. Showing some highlights on the big screen of other past games here at Camp Randall, other past state championship games. Looks like that's last year's Division I championship game on the big screen right now they're showing. And all the players on the field standing at attention, taking in the game highlights from last year. And there would be game highlights said there would be somebody etched in history. Well, really both teams, right? But one team in particular would be etched in history as state champions here in Division 7 2025. Again, it's Kenosha St. Joe and Cochrane-Fountain City. Again, gang, my name is Jason Zaleski, and I welcome you to Camp Randall Stadium. Kenosha St. Joe's in their whites. They are all white, top and bottom, as we are at National Anthem here at Camp Randall. And you hear the fans excited after the anthem. We're excited too. Kickoff just moments away here from Camp Randall in Madison. Pre-game coverage today brought to you by Fleet Farm. Black Friday at Fleet Farm is almost here. Doors open early. 5 a.m. next week, Friday. That's the 28th. The first 500 customers at your store get a free plush moose and have a chance to shop this year's best deals. Get an early peek at the Black Friday ad today at fleetfarm.com. Let's turn it over to our PA, and we'll get starting lineups here for Kenosha St. Joe and Cochrane-Fountain City.
TJ Bett from Anago, Joshua English from Weston, Don Arata from Merrill, Hester Markham from Merrill, and Todd Bayer from Anago.
All right, well, it sounded like we were ready for some starting lineups, but I don't think we're going to get those. We're going to go right to kickoff here today. Talk about Kenosha St. Joseph. Let's talk about the Lancers here just a little bit more. They are quarterbacked by 6'5", 240-pound senior Zach Rizzo. Dad, Matt Rizzo, the head coach for the Lancers, and the senior Zach has committed to play baseball at UW Parkside in, well, I guess it'd be the fall of, or the spring of 2027. So he'll graduate in 2026, and he is a committed baseball player, is the 6'5", 240-pound Zach Rizzo, and that's obviously a big concern for these Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates coming into this one. Zach has thrown 161 passes on the season. He's also ran the ball 22 times. From the ground, the Lancers led on the ground. Chris Canese, 946 yards coming into this game. It'll be the Pirates to get the ball first. They will receive, as the Lancers will kick left to right in front of me as I look at the Wisconsin W on the 50. That's where the front five of the Pirates have lined up as they will get ready to receive this kickoff. And the Lancers ready. The kick will be made by Andres Yamez. And Yamez will kick it off for the Lancers. The Pirates will get the ball first on a successful kick receive coming up here. They are led on the ground by Ethan Smith. He's got 124 carries, 892 yards on the season, 22 touchdowns. And when they do go to the air, Parker Kujak is the quarterback for the Pirates. This one taken at the 9-yard line, brought up to the 20, stumbling across the 30-yard line. And the Pirates will set up shop there from the 30-yard line. That kick received and ran up by Chris Canese. Ran up and received and ran by Ty Pop. So Pop sets up the Pirates at the 32-yard line, or it'll be 1st and 10. Again, the Pirates move right to left in front of me. They head towards the Wisconsin W, staring back at me at the 50-yard line here today. We'll get a scoreboard up on the screen as soon as the WIAA starts their live stats on the website. We'll get that put up there for you soon. The handoff is going to go for a couple on the first play of the game, and the handoff carried by Ethan Smith, and so that is carry number 125 on the season for Smith. That carry goes for about a yard, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Pirates walk to the line under center. Parker Kujak, he's a 6'2 junior. And a scrum straight ahead as Aiden Liswowski carries for about a yard. So 2 carries, 1 yard each. It is 3rd and 8 for the Pirates. Liswowski, 6'1", 215-pound junior on that last carry. So just over 1 minute off the first quarter clock here in this Division 7 championship game. Kujak back to pass, has his man Pop here on this near side, and it's going to be 4th down. He's going to gain about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2 after a gain of 6 on the pass to Ty Pop.
4th down and 2.
And so this will be a punt for the Pirates. Stevie Meyer back at the punter spot for the Pirates. Chris Canese to receive. He stands at his own 26-yard line as this punt will be delivered from the 40, and Canese will let that one bounce. Now pick it up on the hop from the 27. He runs to his sideline, and he is corralled out of bounds by about 4 or 5 Pirates. And we'll see the Lancers take the field offensively for the first time today from the Cochrane-Fountain City 41-yard line, a return of 7. Holy, 24, 41, yep. So from the 41-yard line at any rate for the Lancers. And we get to see the big fella, again, 6'5" quarterback Zach Rizzo. lead his Lancers on the field here offensively. Again, for any player on the team on either side, their first ever state championship game, first ever competitive football game here at Camp Randall Stadium. Back to pass, and Rizzo has a man out to the 50, across the 50 into Pirates territory on the reception made by Jack Schmitz. Gain of about 15 on the play. And down to the Pirates' 44-yard line are the Lancers. 9:50 to play here in the first, still scoreless from Camp Randall. All right, from the 41, here's Kenosha. Kenosha on the carry. He's across the 40. He is spilled after a gain of about 5. Nice run there from Chris Kenosha. So it sets up a 2nd and 5. 39-yard line of the Pirates. Lancers on the move. 2 plays, 20 yards of offense. And again, they have a 2nd and 5 with 9:25 here to play in the first quarter. Still scoreless. 3 and out for the Pirates to start the game. As Trevor's getting that scoreboard on the screen for you. You can follow along with me a little better that way. Here's Rizzo. 1-step drop from the shotgun, and again he's got his man, and again that is Jack Schmitz on the outside. I say that's 5, not 6. Dominic Rinaldi. So Rinaldi picks up the first down after a gain of 7. And inside the 30-yard line down to the 29 are the Lancers. The Lancers have essentially not been resisted yet. Moving down the field somewhat easily here against the Pirates on this first drive of the game for the Lancers. Rizzo will hand off. Handoff goes to Kenosha. Kenosha breaks a tackle. Now back to the outside. That was meant to go right. Kenosha didn't see a hole there. Backed it up, ran to the left, and he's going to gain 3 yards. Well, no, actually, he's going to lose a yard. He ran about 40 yards as he bounced out of the hole, ran across the field. From the midpoint in the field, ran all the way to the left sideline, to his own sideline. Actually lost a yard in that entire transaction. So that's going to be 2nd and 7 now with 8:24 to play in the first quarter. So Rizzo in the shotgun. Quick throw to the right, and a man falling, catching the ball. So the pass is going to be complete. There's not much of a gain there. Again, that was Rinaldi, this time on the right side. He's going to gain about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for Kenosha St. Joseph. The pass was at the shin of Rinaldi, so he dove and essentially laid down on the turf to bring that one in. So here's Rizzo under center, wishbone offensive backfield behind him. And the handoff will go to Kenosha. Kenosha pushing ahead. He swatted one Pirate would-be tackler away. He's got the first down. It's a gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And a fresh set of downs for the Lancers at the 15. So Lancers continue to move the ball somewhat easily right down the field against these Pirates. It's 1st and 10. Be sure to check out boundwisconsin.com for scores, standing stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from www.boundwisconsin.com, and you can too. So on the first down carry, it's going to be a gain of 5. Kenosha found room off the right side that time. So right, left, up the middle, pass left, pass right. Pirates have been on their heels this entire drive defensively. 6:40 to play here in the first, and it's a 2nd and 6. They'll say a gain of 4 for Kenosha on that last carry. 2 receivers split wide for Rizzo. Tight ends bunched to the right side. There's Rizzo again in the shotgun. 2-step drop over the middle, and touchdown. Lancers are in as they score it. The touchdown pass complete to Tom Baez. Baez, a 6-foot senior. Skinny post for Baez from that left side, and Rizzo found him in stride, and it's 6 points for the Lancers. So Andres Llamas will come in for extra point duties for the Lancers. They have marched right down this field and scored. A drive of 73 yards, capped off with a touchdown toss from Zach Rizzo to Thomas Baez. The extra point is good, and the Lancers lead 7-0 in this Division VII state championship game over the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates. You are listening to Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Wait.
All right, back here to Camp Randall, 7-0, a 73-yard drive that went right down the field for the Lancers. And capped off again with a touchdown pass from Zach Rizzo to Tom Baez. Extra point good, 7-0, Kenosha St. Joe. Pirates will need to figure out a defensive strategy next time that group hits the field, and that'll be aided by the offense. Offense went 3 and out to start. And so if the offense able to put together a drive, that will certainly help things out tremendously for their defensive unit, no doubt about that. So Lancers come out, they will kick it off to the Pirates. It'll be the Pirates' second offensive drive here of the day. And Yamez will kick it off. Again, thanks for listening, everybody. My name's Jason Zaleski. This is game 2 of 8 here on Zaleski Sports. All football championship games broadcast live on Zaleski Sports. That started last week on Saturday, 8-player, where we saw the McDonald Max beat the Gilman Pirates for an 8-player state championship. We've got all 7 here from Camp Randall, 4 today, 3 tomorrow, and a whole exciting host of play-by-play talent to guide you through all the games. Kickoff is going to back up Ethan Smith all the way to the 5-yard line. He's going to race across the field to his sideline. He's at the 15, still looking for room across the 20. And the Lancers will bottle him up there at the 25. It's a 21-yard kick return. And again, that went about 60, 70 yards as he went from the far pylon all the way across the field from the press box, came all the way to this near side and picking his way through the whole way across and eventually lands on the 25-yard line. So the Pirates will give it a go for the second time here in this first quarter, for second time in the game. An attempt to figure out a way to work against these Lancers defensively. This time it'll be quarterback keep for Kujak. Kujak right side, and he'll run about for 3 yards. That play was strung out well by the Lancers defensively. Tackle eventually made by Sincere Adams. Adams, a 6'1", 260-pound senior. He had contained on that right side, eventually tracked Kujak down. There's Kujak back to pass, and he's got a man open, and ball is batted away at the last minute. I'll tell you, he had Ty Pop at the 50-yard line and floated it, underthrew it by about a foot. And that 1 foot made all the difference as Jack Schmitz was able to catch up to it from his defensive back spot and swat that ball away. Both guys had hands on it by the time it was done. Again, it's a game of inches out here, folks, even in football, and a pass underthrown by maybe even 6 inches. Otherwise, that would have been a big gain for the Pirates, but as it is 3rd and 7 now for Cochrane-Fountain City. They play from their own 28-yard line. Kujak just missed on a big play. Back to pass. Here's the left-hander. He'll go right side. Got a man open there. This time complete across the 50 as Kujak finds Ethan Smith on the Lancers sideline. Smith had his man beat by about 3 yards. That time Kujak able to float it in there down to the 44-yard line of the Lancers. Across midfield are the Pirates. So the first down of the game for Cochrane-Fountain City, and it comes in Lancers territory. This will be a handoff to Smith. Made one juke in the backfield, and he's got green turf in front of him, and we will score. The Pirates answer back. Matter of fact, that was Lizwoski. Lizwoski, a 44-yard touchdown run. He made one move behind the line of scrimmage, juked the Lancer to the turf, and ran it the rest of the way. 44-yard touchdown for the Pirates. So Aiden Lizwoski puts the Pirates on the board. Here's the extra point now from Moya. Again, he was the hero on Friday night. And the extra point is up and good, and we are tied at 7. I mentioned the Pirates defensively were on their heels against the Lancers on that first drive, and I thought offensively that's how to help the defense out, stay on the field, put a drive together. Well, they not only put a drive together, the Pirates put a scoring drive together. 75 yards total, a big pass play for 28 yards from Kujak to Smith, and then 44-yard touchdown run for Lizwoski. And they put the scoring drive together. It was, what do we have there, a 5-play scoring drive, and that's good enough. Give the Pirates defense a little wind in their sails, give them some confidence to be able to push back here against the Lancers. And we'll see the defense come on the field here. We're in the midst of a media timeout, so that'll give me some time to tell you about let's talk about the path to the playoffs. As the Lancers come on the field, talk about their path through the playoffs. In Level 1, they beat Palmyra Eagle 55-6. In Level 2, it was a win against Crivets 41-7. Coleman in a sectional championship game, 34-0 over the Coleman Cougars, and then Potosi-Cassville, again last year's state champions. Kenosha St. Joe's took care of Potosi-Cassville last week, 28-0. For Cochrane-Fountain City, their trip to the playoffs looks like this. They beat Assumption 49-7 back in Level 1, all the way back in October, by the way. Glenwood City, it was a shutout over Glenwood City, 27-0. A win over Boyceville for a sectional championship, 35-14. And then again, the excitement in Wisconsin Rapids last week for Cochrane-Fountain City. Double overtime win, 17-14 against Lord's Academy, as Robert Moya, the sophomore for the Pirates, kicked them to this state championship game. Field goal coming in that double overtime to take the 17-14 win over Lord's Academy and put themselves in this championship game. And again, the Pirates just fought back on that last drive, come all the way down the field, 75 yards, again on the backs of 2 plays over 20 yards, a passing play and a run. And it was Aiden Lizwoski, 44-yard touchdown run, made that tremendous juke in the backfield, shook the Lancer defender, and he was gone. So teams are on the field here. They will look for the media timeout to end, and I'll use it to, tell you what, I'll use it to my advantage. And tell you about Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Kick team on the field for the Pirates, and Moya will get set to kick it off to the Lancers. This kick will be taken at the 20-yard line and brought up to the 33. Kick return there by Yamini Tellez. And Tellez was dropped by Stevie Meyer. The Lancers now will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's about where they had their first drive of this game. And again, they started that drive actually at the 27, took it all the way down for a touchdown. Going to pass to Tomas Baez from Zach Rizzo. Rizzo in the shotgun for his Lancers. Puts one man in motion right to left, comes across the face. Another quick throw out to Rinaldi. And Rinaldi's near the line to gain, and it looks like it'll be 10 yards on the reception. And the chains will move. First down after a first down. 10 yards at a time. Essentially what the Lancers did on that first drive, and they pick up right where they left off here in drive number 2. .427 to play here in the first quarter. Rizzo again in the shotgun. He will pitch it right, and Pirates converge. Kenosha makes one man miss. This is going to be a big loss. Big play for the Pirates defense. In on the tackle, Stevie Meyer. And that's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. So Pirates defensively, again, I thought maybe if that offense came down and just put a big drive together, a touchdown maybe, maybe not, but put a big drive together, my thought was give the defense a chance to kind of clear their mind and reset. Well, as it was, an offensive touchdown, and the defense responds there. Again, defense led by Stevie Meyer that time. 5-yard loss, dropped Kenosha. 2nd and 15 now for Kenosha St. Joe. So the first bit of adversity now for the Lancers offensively. Let's see what the senior Rizzo at quarterback has to say about that. Play action pass. Deep throw to the right side. Got a man wide open. It's Rinaldi. And he's down inside the 20. Huge play for Rizzo and the Lancers. It's going to be marked down at the 13. Huge play. 49-yard pass completion from Rizzo to Rinaldi. And it's 1st and 10. The Lancers play now from the Pirates' 13-yard line. Well, that's a response on 2nd and 15. Wow. 3 receivers break out of the huddle to the left. Rizzo in the shotgun. Lone running back to the right of Rizzo is Butera Weiss. He'll get the carry. And the offensive line, along with Butera Weiss, will push ahead for a gain of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 with 2:35 and counting here in the first quarter. Tied up at 7. You thought maybe, just maybe, the Pirates had the Lancers push back on 2nd and 15. The Pirates defense had maybe found a little juice, but again, Rizzo fires right back. 49-yard pass to Rinaldi. Now inside the 10, ball marked on the 8, 2nd down. Rizzo, handoff, right side. Kenosha picking his way through, pushing towards the goal line, and down to the 1. They will mark him short. This will be pushed. Ball spotted down to the 1. It looked like Kenosha had a chance to push himself all the way in and came up a yard short. The helmet and maybe the shoulder pads of the junior running back Chris Kenosha were in the Wisconsin red of this right side end zone, but the ball was not. And it's 1st and goal now for the Lancers from the 1-yard line. 1:40 and counting here in the first. Lancers taking a long time in the huddle. Wishbone formation behind Rizzo. Rizzo taking himself, push ahead, being aided by teammates from behind, and Rizzo is in. Rizzo kept the legs churning, got help from a couple of buddies from behind. Needed a yard, got a yard and 3 inches, and it's a touchdown for the Lancers. So again, I go back to that 2nd and 15. The Lancers face their first adversity offensively. No problem for Kenosha St. Joe's. Rizzo finishes off the 67-yard touchdown drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. Some talk on the field. White Hat is apparently confirming the touchdown, and it is a touchdown. So this is Yamez in for the extra point. The snap, the hold is down. Yamez's kick is true, and it is 14-7 now. Kenosha St. Joe's at the nearing the end here of the first quarter. 1:20 left to play in the quarter. And 14-7 our score, with the Lancers ahead of the Pirates here in this Division 7 state championship game. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. All right, Lancers come out. They will kick it off after the 67-yard touchdown drive. Lancers back on top, 14-7. Third lead change of the first quarter. Rizzo, 6 of 6 passing in this game, 99 yards. And he's got a rushing touchdown to boot and a passing touchdown. So Rizzo having a game here in his senior season at Camp Randall. Having a quarter anyway. So here's Yamez to kick. And the kick will head towards Smith. He'll take it at the 10-yard line. Across the 20, nearing the 30. Another nice return for the Pirates returner, Ethan Smith. And so for the third time here in the first quarter, the Pirates will start at near or around the 30-yard line. 3 and out in the first drive. 5-play touchdown drive on the second. Parker Kujak, 2 of 3 passing, 34 yards. Lizwoski's got 2 carries, 45 yards. One of those carries, a 44-yard touchdown run. And here's a run underway for Lizwoski. And he'll have about 2 on the carry. Up to the Pirates' 33-yard line. Under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Should the Pirates keep the clock moving after the second down play, could be the last play here of the quarter. So we play under 40 seconds here in quarter number 1. Thanks for listening, everybody. Full video highlights be available later this afternoon. Here's Lizwoski on the carry right side, broke 1 tackle and pushes ahead over the top of Kenosha. It's going to be a first down on the run, a gain of 9 for Lizwoski. Up to the 44-yard line. 16 seconds. Again, the Pirates don't need to run another play. And as I take a look down to Coach Jesse Cyrus, and Coach is saying no. Let's stay in the huddle. And as it is, the Pirates come to the sideline with zeros on the clock here in quarter number 1. We played one quarter here in this Division 7 state championship football game. Kenosha St. Joe's leads Cochrane-Fountain City 14-7 on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Quarter number 2 just about ready to be underway, and as we get ready for quarter 2, we'll also give you a get ready for Division 6. The Edgar Wildcats are in the building. They sit in Section Q straight across from me as they get ready to take on the Darlington Redbirds, and Edgar Wildcats in search of their third consecutive state championship here in 2025. They are in Camp Randall for the 16th time as a school under 51 years of coaching. For head coach Jerry Sins, Tom King on the call. Kickoff, Edgar and Darlington, 1 o'clock right here on Zaleski Sports. And we start the second quarter with a penalty. And we're going to have a false start on the Pirates. They had a man in motion and may have even had two in motion at the start. But either way, they'll call it a false start. Either way, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to be 1st and 15. Push the ball back to the Pirates' own 39-yard line. 14-7, Lancers on top after one quarter play here in this Division 7 state championship game. Here's Kujak, the lefty, back to pass. He'll throw left side, and that one will say intended for tie pop, but miss pop, and defensive back. Looks like that's Rinaldi over there. Missed both of them by about 10 yards. So 2nd and 15 upcoming. So Kujak went to the sideline, gets the play call from Coach Jesse Cyrus. Relays that information to his team in the huddle. They break the huddle now, 2nd and 15. 5 seconds into quarter number 2. The handoff will go to Lizwoski, and Lizwoski will carry a few Lancer would-be tacklers forward for a gain of a couple. And as they unpile, Berkeley Kuiper and Sincere Williams get up last. Those are usually your tacklers on the play, the guys that are getting up last. They were the first ones in there. So 3rd down now for the Pirates. And again, Parker Kujak having to run all the way across the field. This one near the left hash, having to run all the way across the field, get the play call on the white boundary, run all the way back on the field. Kujak back to pass, and he's got his man for a first down. Nice pass there from Kujak as he hits number 18, Tucker Bambenek, right between the 1 and the 8. A laser for 14 yards. They needed 13, and they get it across midfield now, just on the right side of the Wisconsin W on the Lancers' 45-yard line. So a bit of a quarterback duel perhaps brewing here in this one. 3 of 5 passing is Kujak, 6 of 6 is Rizzo. Here's Kujak now. A pitch will come right side, and all kinds of Lancers over there. They have Ethan Smith cornered, and he'll actually lose 2. Jack Schmitz on the tackle for the Lancers. That pitch came to the Pirates' sideline, and the Lancers were in good pursuit from the snap. Smith tried to break that one back inside, and as he made that move back to the left, Schmitz already had his ankles wrapped up. 44 degrees at Camp Randall. It had misted earlier in the day. No precipitation now, just 44 degrees and completely cloudy skies. And it is cloudy skies for Kujak as he is sacked by Sincere Williams. Williams comes in, gets through the offensive line, and brings down Kujak. Big loss of about 10 on the play, as he slings down Kujak back in Pirates territory all the way back to the 44. And it's a 3rd and 21 now for Cochrane-Fountain City. Williams beat his man almost at the snap. And play action pass, that was going to take a while to develop, and Williams took advantage. So full clouds, even some of the buildings downtown as I look out over Camp Randall into the clouds, shrouded in fog. And we get a flag before this one, and it's going to be another pre-snap penalty on the Pirates. So false start the call, and 3rd and 21 now turns to a seemingly insurmountable 3rd and 26 for Cochrane-Fountain City. 2 penalties on the drive and a sack. 3rd and 26. Four receivers in the formation. They are split 2 by 2 on either side for the junior Parker Kujak. Kujak back to pass, throws left, and throws into coverage. That ball is going to be swatted down. Bambenek was the intended receiver, and it's going to be Chris Kenosha credited, I believe, with the pass breakup there. 2 defensive backs were there in coverage, and actually Kenosha was the last guy coming in. It's actually going to be the pass breakup. If you're keeping track of stats at home, Tomas Baez with the PBU, and the punt team on for the Pirates. Punt will be sent away by Stevie Meyer. No rush put on by the Lancers. They set up the return, and it is a shank. That punt went straight right. Where will this get marked is the question. The line of scrimmage was the 39. And our back judge walks it all the way up to the 50. It's going to be an 11-yard punt. And the Lancers will take to the field offensively. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50. We will step aside as Kenosha St. Joe's leads Cochrane-Fountain City 14-7 in this Division State Championship game on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
.32 to play before half. Lancers with great field position here to start. Actually, it'll be the first drive of the second quarter for the Lancers. They start on the 50 after the Pirates banged out an 11-yard punt on 4th and very long. And the ball placed just on the bottom, the left hash marks, just underneath the Wisconsin W, right on the 50-yard line. So Rizzo in crew on the field. Again, Rizzo 6 of 6 passing, 99 yards, a passing touchdown, a rush touchdown. The senior having a game here so far for his Lancers. Rizzo will pitch it forward. It was a granny free throw. If you think back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s, it was a two-hand underhand pitch forward to Tyler Butera-Weiss, and that gained about a yard, maybe two. Looked like a granny free throw out there for Zach Rizzo, which, I don't know, I think maybe could make a comeback if you're old enough. You remember, as Mike Wendlandt sits to my right, he'll be on the call later today. He may remember Shaquille O'Neal very briefly toyed with the granny free throws. Shaq was a horrible free throw shooter. His hand size was about 6 sizes too big for a basketball, at least to have a regular shot. He actually toyed with a granny free throw. Didn't work out. No free throws worked out for Shaq as Kenosha runs ahead for a few yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Lancers. And Will Farrell's character in semi-pro, the Flint Tropics, he shot a granny shot for the Flint Tropics. But Rick Barry and all the rest of the old school NBA basketball players, they had shot a lot of underhand free throws. The high school basketball movie Hoosiers, they shot granny shots back in the 50s at the high school level. That was very common for a long time. Now I guess they don't consider it to be good. I'm not sure. You made a lot of free throws, granny shot, and Rizzo's pass to the right, nearly intercepted. It does fall to the turf for the Lancers harmlessly as Dylan Hager looked like he was going to have a chance at an interception there on the 3rd down play. Pass incomplete. It is going to bring up a 4th down. As Hager, though, does get the pass breakup on the quick pass from Rizzo. We'll see what the Lancers do here. This is at the Pirates' 44-yard line. They were gifted field position at the 50 after a shank punt. They've ground out 6 yards. And you figure the offense would stay on the field. And it looks like that is the choice here, even at the high school level. And maybe even more so at the high school level. You keep the offense on the field. But a decision in a state championship game. Here's Rizzo, back to pass, throws right, has a man, caught. Pass hauled in by Dominic Rinaldi. He needed 4, he got 7, and it's a Lancers 1st down. Caught that ball on the numbered 40 on this near sideline. He had to make an adjustment in the air, did Rinaldi. That's why I paused a bit to make that play call, but an athletic play made by the senior Rinaldi. And the 6 yards on 4th and 4. It's a 1st down for Kenosha St. Joe's. I mean, why not? Rizzo now 8 of 9, over 100 yards passing with 6:30 to play here in the half. Put the ball in the senior's hands, have him make a throw here in the state championship game, and he did. Here's a run now on 1st down. Kenosha picking his way through the middle of the field, and he's got 11, and the chains will move down to the 25-yard line are the Lancers. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Kenosha a little banged up after that play. He's got his helmet off, and he will trot off to the sideline. May have got some of those rubber pellets in an eye. Field has got the rubber pellets to make that field a little bit bouncy, so I can see his rubbing his right eye as he heads off the field, and maybe they're even working on a contact lens on that right eye. So Kenosha off the field. It's 1st and 10 for the Lancers. And handoff goes up the middle. Botero Weiss, and Weiss is going to power ahead for 6 on the first down carry. So Tyler Botero Weiss, another senior on this team. 5'10", 175 is Tyler. And 6 yards right into the teeth of the Pirate defense. Again, thanks everybody for listening today. Full video highlights later this afternoon on this YouTube channel and our family of Facebook channels here on Zaleski Sports. You can see all the action. Share it with your friends. Watch it over and over and over. That's why we put them out there. Again, Jason Zaleski here. Tom King up next for Edgar and Darlington. Kickoff 1 o'clock. On the 2nd and 4, Botero Weiss will be slung down behind the line of scrimmage. The Pirates defense gets home this time. As the tackle made there by Caleb Van Isle. 6'2" senior is Van Isle. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6 upcoming now for the Lancers. Ball on the 21-yard line. We've seen Andres Yamez make a couple of good extra points. Pirates would love to force Yamez on the field here with a stop on 3rd down. Or at the very least, again, put the Lancers in decision mode on what to do on a awkward 4th down. So 3rd and 6, 4:11. We get a timeout. Kenosha St. Joe's is going to think about this. Matt Rizzo thinking about the same thing I am. Need to pick up 6 here. I'm not sure I want to have a decision from the 21. So we'll step aside ever so briefly. You're listening to Division 7 State Championship Football on Zaleski Sports.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota Compact Do-It-All tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Lancers call the timeout. Got to think about things offensively here. I am sure Coach Matt Rizzo thinking about 2 plays here, 3rd and 6, and if we've got a 4th and 2, 3, what are we doing? We're going to send the field goal unit out, or not time now in the timeout to think about what that second play would be. Should we not be able to pick up that 3rd and 6? Again, they play from the 21-yard line. If, just thinking ahead here, if we were stopped here, it'd be a 38-yard field goal for Andres Yamas. Should that be the decision for Matt Rizzo, 38. So it's a beefy field goal for any high school field goal kicker. So probably wants to think about what would we do if that were to come to be. They had all 3 timeouts. It was the first timeout called by anybody here in the first half. So you got the timeouts with 4:11 left to play. Might as well call one and talk about it. Here in state championship football, you get 2.5 minutes to think about it. In the regular season and playoffs, you get 1 minute. So you get 2.5 times the the ticks of the clock to think about those things, so you may as well. And out of the timeout now. So here is the 3rd and 6. So see what the Lancers come up with. Things get a lot easier for Coach Rizzo if they just pick up the first down here. And it's a double handoff, and it goes to Rinaldi, and he will have the line to gain. That ball was in the air twice behind the line of scrimmage. It lands in the hands of Dominic Rinaldi, the 5'11 senior. He runs it off a right tackle, and he gains 7 on 3rd and 6. So again, now that decision wiped out for Matt Rizzo. It's a first down from the 14 for the Lancers. So there, all the lead up, all the explanation from me, and it went according to what Matt Rizzo wanted to have happen there. So from the 14, the Lancers knocking on the door, 3:30 left here in the half. Lancers get the ball in the second half too, so they're looking for a buy one, get one here. Here's the handoff to Kenosha. Kenosha got a blocker to the left. Wide receiver holds a block on that left side. He's inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. I'll actually mark him at the 1. It's going to be a gain of 13, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 1 for the Lancers. Clock rolls, 3:10 here in the half. And Kenosha St. Joe's, as I alluded to before, would love to punch one in here. At this point, we'll need the defense to come on the field and then hold the Pirates and then get the kickoff in the second half. So they get a buy one, get one, the old BOGO working here for the Lancers. 2:47 and counting. Rizzo under center. He ran it in here before on the last touchdown drive, and this time he will pitch it back to Kenosha. He will bang off a one Pirate and bang into the end zone. Touchdown, Lancers. 1-yard touchdown run for Chris Kenosha. 20-7, Lancers. Touchdown sponsored by Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Guarantee quality you can trust with Infinity Exteriors. So here's Yamez on for the extra point. He's 2 of 2 coming into this one. And no announcer jinx here. That kick is as pure as the others. It is right down the middle. PAT good. 21-7. Kenosha St. Joe's in the lead. And again, the 1-yard touchdown run for Kenosha caps off the 50-yard touchdown drive for the Lancers, 21-7. A 10-play drive from the 50, took 5:53, so Lancers did a couple things there. They scored the touchdown, and they ran 10 plays. That's about as good as you can do from the 50-yard line. That's a lot of plays from the 50. They ran nearly 6 minutes off the clock and ended it with a touchdown. 40 yards on the ground, 10 yards passing on 2 completions from Rizzo. Made up the 50 yards for the Lancers on the touchdown drive. Make it 21-7 here before half. 2:39 to play, so still time for the Pirates. They've got all 3 timeouts. And they would love to interrupt the buy one, get one free. Again, Lancers will get the kick in the second half. So Pirates here love to score. Take a little momentum back from Kenosha St. Joseph. Otherwise, Lancers going to be fat, happy, and sassy headed into the locker room, and the Pirates going to have a lot to work out. Sans a touchdown or at least some points here before halftime. Pirates don't score. You can kind of fast forward this, and you can almost see a 28-7 game into the third quarter. Pirates can't have that. So kick here from Yamez will head to the left sideline. It'll be fielded by Tyler Popp at his own 12-yard line. All kinds of Lancers there at the 20. And it's going to be a kick return of about 7 or 8 yards, and you can hear the Lancers fans all the way across the field feeling good about their team here in this first half. Actually mark this one. They will mark it right at the 20. So a return of 8 for Pop, and this will be the furthest push back, the worst starting field position, if you will, for the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates here in the first half. They have been averaging a starting field position at the 30, and this now at the 20. Nose of the football just on the 20. Left side of me, left of the Wisconsin W, as the Pirates send 4 receivers, 2 on each side for the junior lefty quarterback Parker Kujak. 1 receiver in motion this side, and on the RPO, Kujak keeps it himself. He'll gain 1 on the play. Again, Lancers defensively got it working here. Berkeley Kuiper got in, fished through that offensive line of the Pirates and able to bring him down. He was helped by a couple of his buddies there too. I see Brady Brandt in on the tackle along with Dante Williams. So I don't know how you divide up 3 tackles, but you get 1. 1 on the stat sheet. It's got to be a half tackle for one of the guys, half for the other, and the other guy gets left out, but all 3 did the same amount of work. Here's Kujak. Quick swing pass this side is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Ethan Smith as he was hit when the ball arrived by Dominic Rinaldi. So Rinaldi really popped that one free, not allowing Ethan Smith to get hands on it. And it's going to be a 3rd and 9 now for the Pirates. Yeah, Smith, I'll tell you what, Rinaldi really did make that happen as I look at the replay on the scoreboard. Smith had both hands on it, but as both hands came to the point of the football on the white stripe on the leading edge of that football, Dominic Rinaldi hit him in the chest, and that ball pops free. Another big defensive play here for the Lancers over the last quarter or so. Again, there was the touchdown drive for the Pirates. They looked fluid on their second drive of the half, but since then it's been all Lancers defense when Black has the ball, and another offensive penalty for Cochrane-Fountain City. They had 2 penalties on that last drive, and a penalty here is going to put them behind the chains on 3rd down. And Cochrane-Fountain City and Jesse Cyrus are actually going to call a timeout. We'll take our last commercial break here of the half as the Pirates pull the trigger on a timeout. They're going to figure out what to do on 3rd and 14. Back for more Division 7 state championship football after this on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Need a little therapy? Bill's Service Center has been saving marriages and families since 1977. Forget testing your nerves. Test your next ride in a Polaris or Can-Am side-by-side or ATV. With nearly 100 units in stock, you'll find the perfect excuse to escape together. Because families that ride together, they actually have fun together. Bill's Service Center. Service is our name, tools and toys are our game.
Timeout is up, and the Pirates are back on the field. Play action pass. Kujak sets up a screen left side. It's a good screen. It's going to get about half the distance to Lizwowski. The problem is, after half of the needed 16, 15 yards, actually they're going to pick up the lion's share of it, but it's still going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 5 from their own 25. So although the play does get 10 yards, it's still going to equal a punt for the Pirates. Lancers called the timeout to save the time. They've got 95 seconds left. So you call that play. It's a good play call by Jesse Cyrus. You're hoping that the kind of all that action behind the line of scrimmage on the play action, you got 2 running backs crisscrossing in front of Parker Kujak. You hope that holds the linebackers in time, and then the left side of the offensive line gets out into the left flat and lead the way on that screen pass for Lizwowski. So your coach, Jesse Cyrus, that's the right call to make. You had enough confusion there. Just the Lancers defense able to push through those blocks on that left side. The Pirates not able to hold those blocks quite long enough. It did gain 10, but they needed 15. So 4th down now. Lancers coming out of the timeout. And I talked about the buy one, get one. How about buy 2, get 1? The Lancers now with 1:35 and a timeout. They're going to have a chance to score the last, well, what will end up being the last 3 touchdowns of the half and then get the ball back to start the second half. See what happens here as Meyer will punt, and the punt is away. Good punt this time from Meyer. Back to the 42, and Kenosha is taken down right away. Nice tackle there from, it might have been Nate Stoppelmore. Stoppelmore first off the field anyway to get some handshakes and high fives from his teammates as Kenosha was dropped as he caught it. And actually the tackle is going to be credited to, looks maybe like Bambenek. But as it, Bambenek. So Bambenek will actually get the tackle from the 40. So the Lancers have 60 yards in front of them, one timeout, 127 to toy around with here to end the half. Again, they have scored the last 2 touchdowns here of the half. We were tied at 7. It's 21-7 now, Kenosha St. Joe's. From the 40, Rizzo back to pass and throws wide of the mark this time. Had a quick out dialed up to Tomas Baez to the left of Rizzo, and Rizzo over and out through him to the left. Pass incomplete. Believe that's just the second incompletion toss today by Rizzo. He's now 8 of 10. Fantastic effort from the senior Rizzo. .124 to play. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Here's Rizzo on the 3-step drop. He's got his man Baez across the 50 down to the 30. They're going to mark him at the 37-yard line. Pass completion of 22 for Rizzo, and that time Rizzo just threw a dime across the middle of the field. 113 and counting. 1 timeout left. But that pass was caught in rhythm, in stride by Baez, down to the Cochrane-Fountain City 37-yard line. So under 1 to play, 1st and 10 now for the Lancers. Rizzo again in the shotgun, takes the snap with 52 seconds, and he'll hand this one to Kenosha. Kenosha off the right side, bowls over one Pirate, still on the move. Kenosha pushing Pirates down left and right, down to the 10-yard line, as Chris Kenosha with a manly run. Going to be a run of 27 down to the 10 for Kenosha. Lancers keep the timeout in their pocket. Clock rolls now down to 30 seconds. And the play will actually be called in the huddle with 27 seconds left. Lancers feel pretty good about the time left on the clock, have the timeout. Now Coach Rizzo says, hurry up. 19 and counting. Here's Rizzo. 2-step drop. Fade to the corner. Touchdown, Lancers. Dominic Rinaldi. Rizzo fades it. Puts it right over the left shoulder of Rinaldi at the Wisconsin W on this left side end zone. Dropped it in the bucket. Did Zach Rizzo. 13 seconds left. The touch was immaculate. The accuracy on point. Over the shoulder. Into the bucket. Rinaldi, no problem on the catch. He couldn't have handed it to him any better in the end zone. Could have Rizzo. Yamez extra point is good. Snuck that just inside the left upright. 28-7. So it's going to be buy 2, get 1 free, pending a tremendous kick return coming up here for the Pirates. The Lancers have scored the last 3 touchdowns of the half. They now lead 28-7 here in this Division 7 state championship game over Cochrane-Fountain City. Rizzo, 10 of 12, 142 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. MVP. As we keep it here with the 13 ticks left, our halftime presentation will be brought to you today by Grassland Butter. I will actually take a quick break at the final buzzer and come back down here to my front row seat, give you all the first half stats for both teams, and begin to lead into our Division 6 championship game as well. All that coming up at our Grassland Butter halftime show. Grassland Butter, find exciting and rewarding career opportunities right now at grassland.com. I did see Tom King walk in before, right? Yeah, Tom, get ready to call Darlington Edgar. Kickoff 1 p.m. right here on Zaleski Sports. All 7 state championship games on Zaleski Sports. Audio broadcast and full video color highlights on this YouTube channel and our family of Facebook pages, of which there are 13. So find your favorite one. We'll have highlights of this game and all 7 of them throughout today, Friday, and Saturday. So here's Yamez with the kickoff and kick down to the 8-yard line. And that's where it'll be brought back by Ethan Smith. Smith puts the nose of the ball over the 30. And the Pirates, with 7 seconds left, you would imagine are going to do more than run the ball here on this play, maybe even kneel it down. Don't want anything completely ridiculous to happen. Already trailing by 21. So for the last time, presumably in the half, Parker Kujak gets the play call from Jesse Cyrus, trots onto the field. Pirates break the huddle. Again, 7 seconds left here, and we're going to get a timeout. Lancers, why not? Lancers took a look at it. You know what, and I get it. What Coach Matt Rizzo wanted to see was, if they're going to kneel it down, then fine. But they did not come out in the kneel down formation. So Coach Rizzo says, okay, fine, timeout. We'll call a defensive play to make sure nothing goofy happens on our side of the ball with just 7 seconds left. We already lead by 21. So let's keep things safe, neat, and tidy and head in the locker room because, again, his Lancers will get the ball to start the second half. And so Pirates come out in an offensive formation. So let's just talk about it, make sure of what we have planned here for this defensive call to end the half. So both teams march back onto the field. We wait for the promo to be done on the big screen. And our white hat says, all right, promo's done, let's play football. 7 seconds. This will actually be a pass from Kujak. Kujak launches one, and it's going to fall incomplete. The clock didn't start. And I guess they will imagine that 3 seconds went off because after the pass fell incomplete, it ran 3 seconds. So an assumptive, if that's even a word, an assumption of three seconds. And they've got 4 seconds. All right, so we'll run another play. I got to think that took more than 3, but what do I know? I am not a clock operator. I'm just a guy who likes to watch sports and talk to you about sports. So here's a handoff this time to Smith. This will take the remaining time off the clock. Well, or maybe not. There's a penalty on the field. If it's a penalty on the defense, we will get another play. If it's a penalty on the Pirates, this half will be over. The penalty came in from the back, from the defensive side. It's going to be a holding on Cochrane-Fountain City. That penalty will be declined. So here's what's interesting there. Ethan Smith, then, his yards count. So on the official state championship history, his yards count on the play, which he gained about 5. But it will bring an end to the first half as our time has expired. And as it does, our Grassland Butter halftime show will begin in about 3 minutes. I'll be back for that right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Save now on what you need for all your projects. Menard.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At Wapaka Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at Wapaka Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Back here for our Grassland Butter halftime show. Grassland Butter, find exciting and rewarding careers right now at grassland.com. Been to the Grassland facility many times. They're always having a good time there. That's what I've noticed the most, and people all right from the area, and great careers there, and good living too. You get out in rural Wisconsin, you find yourself a little nest in the hills. As my buddy Kid Rock once said, find a little nest in the hills and have yourself a great career over there. The pay is good. Grassland.com. All right, let's talk about some first half stats. First for the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates. We'll take a look offensively at the Pirates. And as we do, Parker Kujak, 4 of 9 passing, 57 yards on the day. Running yards for these Pirates. Of course, it's going to be Lizwowski. Aiden Lizwowski leads the way. He's got 61 yards on 5 carries. Of course, he had the 44-yard touchdown, so 44 of those 61 yards come on a touchdown. And as it is, the lone touchdown in the first half for the Pirates. Ethan Smith came in as the leading rusher just by a nose. Smith, 892 yards on the season. And Lizwowski with 843 yards. But today, 61 yards for Lizwowski. Smith with 5 yards on 3 carries. And the Lancers defense obviously doing a good job of bottling up really both runners, but especially Smith, just the 5 yards on the 3 carries. Kujak with the sack, he's going to go down technically with minus 6 yards in the books, but most of that on the big 11-yard sack that he took early in the second quarter. I mentioned Kujak, 4 completions on the day, and Smith, Bambanek, Lizwowski, and Pop. It was an early pass to tie Pop that really got that touchdown drive started, I thought anyway, back in that first quarter touchdown drive for the Pirates. But haven't heard from Pop since. And again, he's spread it out. Smith, Bambanek, Lizwowski, and Pop on the receiving end of those passes completed by the junior quarterback Parker Kujak. Offensively for Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers, and this is a bit of different story. Obviously 28-7. We're going to have some bigger numbers here, but Zach Rizzo has really put on a show here. His senior year, his one and only time here at Camp Randall Stadium, and he has made it count through one half. He is 10 of 12 passing, 142 yards, got a pair of touchdowns. And I'm not sure how they calculate this at the high school level, but he's got a quarterback rating of 237.7, so apparently there's no cap on the ratings at the high school level. I didn't even know they did quarterback ratings at the high school level, as a matter of fact. But 10 of 12, 142, and 2 touchdowns. That speaks for itself. Put whatever mathematical rating on that you want. I put it at MVP level, as a matter of fact. On the ground for the Lancers, 11 carries and 76 yards and a touchdown for Chris Kenosha. Kenosha, again, a 5'11 junior, averaging just about 7 yards a carry and that 1 touchdown. Tyler Botero-Weiss has 3 totes and 9 yards. Dominic Rinaldi had the end around that actually set up the Kenosha touchdown late in that second quarter. He's got the 1 carry on 8 yards on a double reverse, and Rizzo's got 1 carry, 1 yard. Of course, that was the rushing touchdown he had back in the first quarter. So he's thrown 2 touchdowns. Rizzo has ran for another, and he has dominated this first half of play for the Lancers. On the receiving end, I mentioned the 10 completions from Rizzo. 6 have went to Rinaldi. Tomas Baez has caught 2. Each of those receivers for Rizzo have brought in a touchdown, and with 13 seconds left, it was Rinaldi bringing in the final touchdown in the half for the Lancers, giving them this 28-7 lead. Schmitz has got a pass caught. Jack Schmitz, a 5'9 senior. And Botero-Weiss has also caught a pass for 2 yards. So offensively, the Lancers dominate statistically. They have dominated on the scoreboard, and they are in full control here of this Division VII state championship game. I got a chance to hear the comments from Coach Matt Rizzo as he headed off the field, and he was asked about, what do you do in the second half? You got the 21-point lead. What needs to happen in that second half? And it was interesting to hear from Coach. Coach had mentioned, defensively, we want to control the line of scrimmage, and that's some coach talk. But the insight was this, that he feels that they have done the job. They have got the Pirates out of the mind of running. He believes that they have broken the spirit of the Pirates rushing the football. He had seen that happen throughout the course of the game as they turned to the air, and he believes, and again, with the 21-point lead, maybe it's not that big of a stretch to come to the conclusion. But the insight from Coach Rizzo was that we've let Kujak and his receivers get open. We can't let that happen in the second half, or this one could get reeled back in by the Pirates. So, yeah, we've got to win the line of scrimmage, but more importantly, we've got to be prepared for the Pirates' passing attack, and we've got to play better pass defense than we did in the first half. And that was some insight beyond the coach speak from Coach Matt Rizzo and his Lancers. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Pirates certainly have their work cut out for them. Let's do this. Let's step aside. I'll do a small preview coming up of our Division VI championship game, Darlington and Edgar, right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Wait, did you see this?
We gotta go.
That's right,
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
All right, back here, it is, what do we got here? 2:40 in the halftime, and then we'll have our 3-minute warm-up. So we got about 5 minutes before kickoff, which should be ample time for me to get you caught up on some other things that are going to happen today. I mentioned the Edgar Wildcats and the Darlington Redbirds in the Division 6 state championship game coming up after this. Of course, Edgar were state champions last year in Division 7, so Edgar doesn't have a chance to defend its title in Division 7 due to performance factor, which is equal to being too good for too long. Edgar elevated from Division 7 to Division 6. And Edgar in this now will be their 16th state championship appearance. That is the most in WIAA history. 13 is the next closest. Arrowhead, Darlington, and St. Mary Springs. So Edgar's 3 ahead in state history with 16, and those 16 have all come during the 51 years of coaching from Edgar Wildcats head football coach Jerry Sins. So you can do the math there, but that means they're getting to the state championship every 4 years or so, and that is just a wild accomplishment, just to think of it in that way. The Stratford Tigers have the most state championships in state history with 10. Edgar, though, right behind them with 9. So to look ahead to that Division 6 game, should Edgar, who has somewhat been upset-minded this year, especially the last couple of games, you might say, now they wouldn't agree with that statement, but that's my statement, my opinion. Should Edgar beat Darlington today? And I will say this, my second opinion, will both teams step on the field, Edgar and Darlington, they both got an equal chance to win the game, so what the heck, right? Should Edgar win that game today, they will tie Stratford and have the most football championships in state history. So they already have the most state finals appearances mark with 16, and a chance for the Edgar Wildcats today to have the most state championships in WI history with 10. Edgar along the way, so again, 16 appearances. You can imagine there's going to be some other fancy numbers to go along with that. Edgar has also compiled the most victories in playoffs with the WIA with 101 qualifying, or with 101 playoff wins. So Edgar, 16 state championship appearances. They have 101 playoff wins. A win today not only would be their 10th championship, it would be their 102nd win in playoff history. The next closest, Stratford, with 90. So Edgar already claiming some records of epic proportions and looking for another one today in a win over Darlington, which would be their 10th state championship in school history. So there you go. That's what's coming up next. A 1 o'clock kickoff. Tom King on the call. Gang, my name is Jason Zaleski. We will take a quick commercial break. It'll be second half football when I return right after this on Zaleski Sports. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Just about ready for second half football here from Camp Randall, Division 7 State Championship, where we see the Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers lead the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates 28-7, and mostly on the arm and performance of one senior quarterback, Zach Rizzo, who is showing out here today as the Pirates will kick it off. And a short kick could be fielded on the run at the 20, and a whole head of steam there up to the 40-yard line. So it'll be good field position for the Lancers to start. As it looked like they may have been Tellez with the run. And the Lancers will come out on the field. Again, the Lancers scored the last 3 touchdowns of the half. They scored 2 touchdowns in the final 3 minutes of the first half. And they've got things cooking here as they head out on the field now offensively. After winning the coin toss before the game, they start with the ball here in the second half. So all arrows pointing up for the Lancers here in this one. This will be a handoff to Kenosha. Kenosha juked in the backfield, made one man miss, slips through another tackle, stiff arms another one. He's across the 50, down near the 45-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 15 for Kenosha and the Lancers. Trevor, you got a picture for us? Or still working on it? Yeah, let's do it. So we're told by our sideline reporter, Steve Maves, that it's the drizzle has come back. Again, our game time temperature, our kickoff temperature was 44. Steve says the drizzle is on the field. You can see there, and I can actually see in the lights now. We can actually see the precipitation, the lights that ring the top of Camp Randall here, that indeed precipitation falling on a completely overcast sky here in Madison. So thanks to Trevor bringing that picture up for us. Give you all at home a look at what we are able to see here during the halftime break as Kenosha takes the handoff, and he'll run for another 11. So back-to-back 10-yard plus rushes for Chris Kenosha and the Lancers, and they are already into Pirates territory down to the Cochrane-Fountain City 33-yard line. And the beat continues for Kenosha St. Joe's. And again, big thanks everybody tuning in today Full video highlights coming up later today right here on this YouTube channel and all across our Facebook family of channels. Get to see the work that Steve Maves put together for us, highlights of this game. There's a quick pass out to the right side, hauled in by Rinaldi off the top of his shoelaces. It's going to be good for a gain of about 4 on the quick pass from Rizzo. Rizzo in the shotgun, quick pivot to the right. Slings it over there to Rinaldi. He picks it up off the top of his shoes, and second down upcoming for the Lancers. Gain of 4. I think that's what I said, and that's what they say in the field as well. So 2nd and 6 now, 1 minute into this second half. Lancers moving right down the field. Pirates certainly had a plan, and that plan was 3 and out defensively. Well, that plan got scratched. Now the plan is to keep points off the board and let their offense come back on the field. Kenosha will be spun down after a gain of 2 left side. He goes off of left tackle. And unlike the big run he had to start this half, that time Pirates able to gang tackle him, bring him down. Again, just the gain of 2 on the play. And he was spun down by Stevie Meyer. Meyer, a 6'3" senior for these Pirates. So here's the chance now for Cochrane-Fountain City. They've got Kenosha St. Joe's on a 3rd and 4. Just inside the 30-yard line. Got to put them on a 4th down here if you're the Pirates. Rizzo in the shotgun. One receiver to his right, Rinaldi in motion. Actually, that was Kenosha in the Wildcat. He took the snap. He bounces to the outside, will not get the first down. He'll get a few, though. And it's going to be a 4th and 1 for Kenosha St. Joe's. So the opportunity for the Pirates still exists here. They'll likely have the offense on the field here for this 4th down. It's 4th and 1 from the 24. It'd be a 41-yard field goal from there, so that's a long one in the high school ranks. So likely not to get a field goal attempt here from Yamez, and especially on a 4th and 1. You'll keep the offense and the 6'5" Rizzo under center. Wishbone backfield behind him. Pirates looking for a stop. They fill double A gap right on each side of the center. And jump offside. The hard count from Rizzo, and it's going to be a free first down for the Lancers. Pirates had double A gap pressure. They were ready to storm the castle on that 4th and 1. And as they were raring to go, Rizzo barked out the first hut on the cadence. The Pirates come across the line of scrimmage, and they are offside, a 5-yard penalty, and the Lancers have a first down without having to snap the ball. So Pirates did what they wanted to do. They got the Lancers on a 4th down. But the penalty equals a first down for Kenosha St. Joe. Rizzo back to the shotgun. He'll hand off now to Batera Weiss, and Batera Weiss will bounce ahead for about 3. Kept the legs churning, along with help from his offensive line, including number 55, Alex Vasquez Jr., who is a senior. But Vasquez Jr. able to help lead the way for Batera Weiss, and a gain of, again, 3 yards on that play. 9:30 left in quarter number 3. Be sure to check out Bound Wisconsin for scores, standings, stats, written content throughout the week. I get my stats from boundwisconsin.com, and you can too. Just had a chat before the game with Bound Wisconsin's very own Colton Wilson. And I'll visit with Colton after this game. We'll talk some football. How about that? And Batera Weiss, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage. Flying through is the 6'2" senior Tucker Bambenek. Drops Batera Weiss for a loss of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and long upcoming for the Lancers. As Bambenek came up from his linebacker spot, found the hole that Batera Weiss was to run through. He took advantage of it and blew that one up in the backfield. A loss of 2, it's 3rd and 9. And again, Pirates back to that same scenario I went through just a bit ago. Got to get the Lancers on a 4th down here somehow, some way, and make a stop. Mission number 1 out of the locker room was a 3 and out. Mission number 2 was no points. That mission 2 still available for the Pirates. 3 receivers to the left for Rizzo. He will throw to the left side, has his man there. He's going to be short of the first down by a couple, as Rinaldi caught that one, but as he caught it, he was already spilling out of bounds. Pass was thrown to his left shoulder as he was moving left towards the boundary. Caught that ball, but as he caught the ball, all momentum was to the sideline, and he is out of bounds, and we are back to another 4th and 1. Offense will stay on the field for the Lancers. Pirates aware now of the hard count of Zach Rizzo, but I would expect the Pirates to bring pressure again. Load up the line of scrimmage here on this 4th and 1. They need the stop. Can't let the Lancers score here. 28-7's already tough enough. Rizzo under center. Double A gap pressure. Pressure comes. They've got him in the backfield, and the Pirates have made the stop. They bottle up Berkeley Kuiper as they brought pressure again. Double A gap, gang, if you don't know what that means. Both linebackers standing on either side of the center. Between the defensive tackles, right on the nose of the football, ready to charge, and they did, and they get there. The pressure too much for the interior of the Lancers offensive line to handle, and again it was Stevie Meyer leading the charge. He got the most push through that line. Other Pirate teammates came to help, and it's a turnover on downs. The Pirates defense gets the job done, and for the time being keeps the Pirates in this game. 280 total yards of offense for the Lancers. They needed 281. Here's a handoff right side to Smith. Smith, a healthy gain, going to get about 5, maybe 6 on the carry off the right side. And a good first down play for Cochrane-Fountain City. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Kujak, I formation behind him. Now he will play action pass, roll left. Lefty floats it over and completes the pass to Stevie Meyer. Meyer on the play action. He ran crossing the middle of the field down near the 26-yard line. Nice route there. Nice touch pass from Kujak. Hits Meyer. And a first down for the Pirates. Gain of about 8 on that 2nd and 4. Maybe even 9 on the pass catch. And on the fresh set of downs, the chains move 5 yards now for the Pirates, getting a little offensive momentum here is Cochrane-Fountain City. Botero Weiss on the tackle after the run from Smith. And run will now go left side. Another run for Smith. It's going to be a gain of a few, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. So gain of 5 on first down, gain of 3 on second down, 3rd and 2 now for the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates. They play from their own 35-yard line and need the 37 for the first down. Parker Kujak runs the play in from the sideline again on his own. He's done that all game long. Runs it into the huddle. Pirates now come to the line needing 2. Offset formation behind Kujak. He will turn and hand it off, and they will not get there. It's going to be a gain of 1 as the Lancers gave the Pirates a little bit of their own medicine. Filled those middle gaps, and it's going to be a gain of 1 after the tackle from Sincere Williams. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for the Pirates. And just like defensively for Cochrane-Fountain City, made a stop on 4th and 1. Now offensively, they need a conversion. It was Lizwoski on that run, gained a yard. Here's the 4th and 1. Kujak is going to flip it, and rushing, moving, Meyer, and Meyer had to break and avoid about 3 would-be tacklers, and does. He's able to scamper from his wideout spot. He started wide to the left, And able to bring it all the way. Actually, that was Pop. It was Ty Pop. He started out, flanked out to the left. And on the snap, he comes back in to run the end around. Ball gets flipped to him. He had to sidestep a couple. He had to push one other Lancer away. As if that play is run 10 times, 9 times, it's probably a loss of 4. But Pop made it count. Got 2. It's a first down. So first down now from the 38. They needed the 37. Got to the 38. Now Kujak heaves. And near the boundary, pass is incomplete. But again, another Pirates receiver had got behind the defensive secondary of the Lancers. And that time it was Bambenek, and we heard Lancers head coach Matt Rizzo say that before halftime. We've got to be able to cover these guys because we know they're going to pass. And that time, Bambenek got behind the defense. But the pass in and out of his hands and falls incomplete. So Lancers get a break there after Bambenek got behind the defensive back. Here's Kujak back to pass. Got a couple crossers coming across the middle. Bambenek catches this one. He's across the 50, and the ball is out. Ball is poked out after Bambenek caught it. Kenosha of the Lancers has it, and for the time being, this is a fumble recovery for Kenosha St. Joe's. We do have replay available here at the state championship. We will see if this pass was complete. I look to the video board. I see Bambenek bring it in. He's crowded by some bodies. Oh, boy. The ball is moving a bit as he's running with it. Maybe we'll get a better angle here from, that's the same angle. It was called a fumble on the field. That's the main consideration here in these replay scenarios. It was called a fumble on the field. Here we'll get the best look at it. It's probably a catch. Yeah, probably a catch. So this is going to be a fumble. We will step aside. 4:02 to play in the third. It looks to be Lancers' ball after the fumble recovery. Back for more Division VII championship football after this on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
It was a 17-yard pass from Parker Kujak to Tucker Bambenek. Bambenek carried the ball across the 50 on the run. It was ruled a fumble on the field as Chris Kenosha picked it up. He ran it back to the Pirates' 42-yard line, and that play stands. So a fumble by Bambenek after a nice pass reception and a gain of 17, and he was still on the move. Picked up by Kenosha, and now the Lancers take over, and Kenosha will take it on the handoff and will run it for about a yard. So that ball was punched out. Bambenek didn't have a great handle on the ball, but they say that he carried that ball long enough to have gained possession, and then that ball punched out as he was running up the middle of the field. Kenosha on the spot picked it up just across the 50 and ran it about 8 yards back across the 50-yard line and again down to the 42 2. Ball now on the 41 with 3:30 to play here in the third. It's 2nd and 9 for the Lancers off of the turnover. Pirates had it working. They had momentum, but the turnover. And in football, turnovers are big. Here's a pitch out to Kenosha, and he is dragged down from behind by Stevie Meyer. Kenosha, I think, had eyes for the end zone there. He was about to turn the corner here on this near sideline, and Stevie Meyer chased him down from the other side of the field, dove at his shoes, and brought him down. I'm not sure if Kenosha would have made it to the end zone. Maybe, but it didn't matter because Meyer brought him down. Yeah, as I look at the replay on the big screen, Kenosha never saw him, and Kenosha had eyes for a big gain there. As it is, a gain of 3, and it's 3rd and 6. From the Pirates' 38. Rizzo, play action pass, now stops, pressured from behind, and he'll be brought down. He will gain a yard on the play, but the first time Rizzo has been pressured all game, and it's a near sack. As it is, it's a tackle after a gain of 1, and the tackle made by Bambenek. Bambenek and the Pirates' defense wasn't fooled. He was pressured from behind to begin by Aiden Auth. Auth caused Rizzo to move up in the pocket, and then Auth chased him down, finished off by Bambenek. It is 4th and 5 from the Pirates' 38, and be an offensive play here for the Lancers. Lancers have converted 3 4th downs. Did not convert, though, the last. Minute and a half left here in the third. Rizzo back to pass, and nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. That pass was intended for Kenosha, but the receiver there was the defender, Caleb Van Isle. Again, Van Isle, a 6'2 senior. He had sniffed out that screen pass to the right, and it went through his hands, had both hands on it. Big fella had a chance for an interception here in a state championship game, but as it is, pass breakup and a defensive stop, and it's a turnover on downs. A second turnover on downs, second consecutive turnover on downs for the Lancers. And the Pirates will have the ball in the midst of a media timeout here. I keep it live. I don't always need a break like the rookies on TV do. Here's Mutual Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualwausau.com to find an agent near you. I joke, I am actually friends with most of those guys. I hope somebody takes a snip of it and sends it to them, though. If not, I will. I'll just do it my dang self. Good crew on the TV side. I actually just had the leader of that crew stop by at halftime and say hi to me. We're going to hop in the broadcast truck actually later on today. So tight-knit group, most of us are on the broadcast side. As I said, Division 6 kicks off at 1 o'clock. It is Edgar and Darlington with our very own Tom King on the call. Tom has called the past 2 years of Edgar football, maybe into his third year here. I know Tom called state. Yeah, he's in his third season. So how about that? Tom comes on, and Edgar wins 2 straight championships and is back here for their third. So it's Tom making all those championships work, apparently, for the Edgar Wildcats. So he's on here for his to finish his third year with the Edgar Wildcats. Division 5 football coming up with kickoff scheduled for 4 p.m. Steve Maves on the call for the Northwestern Tigers and Mayville Cardinals. I know Steve called the Mayville Amherst game in level 3, and so he will rejoin his Mayville Cardinals on the call with kickoff for 4 o'clock. And then we cap off, or actually it'll be Mike, and then Mike Wendlandt will call the Division 4 game. Kickoff scheduled at 7 o'clock. The Little Chute Mustangs and the Winneconne Wolves. That is a rematch, Mr. Wendlandt, of a Winneconne Wolves win earlier in the season. Coach Ryan Krings brought that up to me I covered that state semifinal game last week, and Coach Coach Krings brought that up to me in our post-game presser that they had beaten Little Chute before, but he wasn't sure that was such a good thing because now the two of them meet in a state championship game. What Coach Krings was excited about, though, was quality competition. That, as the kids say, will be a banger tonight at 7. Two evenly matched teams, two very good teams, just one loss between them, and it's because Winneconne beat Little Chute earlier in the year. Again, that Division 4 game called by Mike Wendlandt, kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight. All right, out of the timeout on the possession change. So here are the Pirates back to essentially where they left off on the fumble and pass out here to the right side. And again, it was a man that was open for a moment as the pass incomplete, intended for Aiden Lizwoski. And it was Dominic Rinaldi closing late to break that pass up. And again, it was another pass. We've had a couple of these here in this game where the Pirates receiver has had hands on the ball, but a late charging Lancer comes over and breaks it up. But that was Coach Rizzo's concern at the half, was late closing by his defensive backs. And that issue, if you will, has persisted here into the second half. Pirates now will go to the run game, and Lizwoski will carry this time. Lizwoski will carry up to the 45. It's going to be a gain of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Pirates.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2, 4 down territory, obviously, for the Pirates for the rest of this one. Got Alex, Matt, and Dave all checking in on the YouTube chat. Hello, fellas. I hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast today. I am having fun being here. Again, Jason Zaleski here. It's my one and only game here in the state championship, so I better be having a good time. Let's see if I can make it to a girls' basketball game yet later on tonight. I'll go through our non-football schedule coming up into the fourth quarter, and we've got a whistle before the play, and timeout is going to be called. So that'll actually allow me now to go through our broadcast schedule. Again, I've taken you through the football schedule. Edgar Darlington at 1, Northwestern Mayville at 4, Winneconne Little Chute at 7. And we also have a full complement of girls basketball broadcasts. Those do come with video, so you get to watch and listen to those at the same time here on Zaleski Sports. Tip-offs at 7 o'clock, Auburndale and Almond Bancroft, Loyal and Iola Scandinavia. Again, both those girls basketball tilts tip off at 7. And then 7:15 games because of JV Pryor, Rib Lake and Columbus Catholic, Fall Creek and Durand, Arkansas, Stevens Point and Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North and Marshfield, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and Mosinee. I will draw your attention to Stevens Point and Eau Claire Memorial Division I girls basketball. If my memory serves, the last 2 years, those two have met in playoff basketball. Eau Claire Memorial got the best of Stevens Point 2 years ago, and Stevens Point beat Memorial last year in playoff action, and they start their season facing each other tonight with Bob Radovich on the call, 7:15. Here's the 3rd down from the Pirates. And Kujak launches it and throws it out of bounds. It was a pass intended for Ethan Smith. Threw it about 30 yards, but threw it about 3 yards out of bounds. Did Parker Kujak, and it's going to be a 4th down upcoming now for the Pirates. He led Smith well. He did actually haul it in the end, but he let him out of bounds at the same time. Smith didn't have a chance to catch that inbounds. Caught that on the thick white boundary on the Pirates sideline near the 20-yard line. So it was a hefty pass from Kujak, but too far wide of the mark. So wishbone formation now. And out of it, they will play action pass, and in and out of the hands of Stevie Meyer. That pass dropped, and a turnover on downs given right back to the Lancers. So we've had a turnover on downs, a fumble, a turnover on downs, and a turnover on downs here in this 3rd quarter. And our score is what it was at halftime, 28-7, Kenosha St. Joe's. They continue to lead Cochrane-Fountain City, but nobody has put any number up here in the second half. So after the turnover on downs, Lancers will begin in Pirates territory. Ball on the 45-yard line. Nose of the ball right near it anyway. A stickler may actually say this is on the 46. I'll say 45. And now after the center spots it down, and now it's on the 45. Close enough. And we had movement prior. And this will be a false start on the Lancers. So 1st and 10 goes to 1st and 15. Back just on the bottom of the Wisconsin W, right on the 50-yard line. And again, technically the ball doesn't touch the 50, so technically it's the 49, but we're having fun here. Put it on the 50. 18 seconds left. And I spy our very own Steve Maves standing right on top of the Barry Alvarez field on the 17-yard line. Again, he is collecting video highlights. Highlights will be compiled and posted later this afternoon right on this YouTube channel and all 13 of our Facebook pages, as Kenosha will get the penalty yardage back, +1, and then the ball is stripped. This is the Pirates' ball. We're going the other way. With it is Dylan Hager, and Hager to the house. That ball was stripped away as Kenosha continued to run with it, and taken by Dylan Hager. He ripped it free and has, for the moment, ran this back for a 50-yard defensive touchdown with 2 seconds left to play in the third. I await the replay on the big screen, as do every Lancers fan here in attendance. We will watch it now as Kenosha comes to the ground, and at first look, it looks like he was down. It looks like Kenosha was down. They will go to the video replay as our white hat looks to the sideline, and we wait. The Pirates are quick. They are in extra point formation. They want to kick this extra point right now, but they will not be allowed, as our white hat has not made the ball good for play yet, as he continues to look to the sideline for verification on the turnover. And at my look at it, it looked like Kenosha was down before that ball came out. Our white hat now has officially whistled.
The previous play on the fumble is under review.
And has officially said now it is under review. He will come to the video monitor on the sideline, and I believe we will be allowed to see what he sees. And if he spies what my little eye spied, it was, I think, a knee, a hip, and even an elbow down for Chris Kenosha. But for the moment, they're not showing us that replay. So Lancers fans, hang on to your breath. I think you're getting the ball back. Pirates fans, of course, say, hang on here, Zaleski. You said we had a touchdown. Indeed, Dylan Hager was, it was ruled that he could continue running that ball. And he did. He ran it straight into the end zone. But it looks like this one may be coming back. All right, we continue to wait. We're working out our wireless microphone situation. I lost our stadium audio, so we're getting that worked out. And we'll get that sorted out between quarters for you all. So for now, you will hear me interpret our white hat on, again, what I believe is going to be Lancers football at around the 40-yard line. But they are not showing us the video replay on the board. They are keeping us in suspense. Yeah, we do have video evidence of the whole thing, as Steve has that recorded down there on the sideline. Probably won't make the final cut to the highlight if it doesn't stand, but maybe for, well, here we go. Here we get the call now. And the ruling stands as a touchdown. The Pirates score it. So I suppose the only thing that could have been decided there is they couldn't see the ball when limbs and body parts were on the field. They couldn't see where the ball was, is the likely explanation there. So, all right. So the Pirates touchdown stands. It's going to be a 50-some yard fumble recovery for the junior Dylan Hager, and Hager runs it in. We'll keep it here. We've got 2 seconds left here before the quarter break, so we'll keep it here. as we've got our field audio back, so we're in good shape there. So field audio is back where it belongs, and you hear the Pirates fans cheering their touchdown. The extra point, though, was no good, so the extra point missed, so 28-13 after all of that. And let me check the final yardage on that. On the fumble recovery, it's actually a fumble return of 57 yards for the junior Dylan Hager. So congratulations, young man. You are forever etched in WIAA Division VII State Championship football history, and etched with a touchdown. And that's pretty good. I don't know who will come out of the winning end of this, but if it's not the Pirates in a couple of years, Mr. Hager is going to have that to crow about for a long time. And I bet Chris Hennessy will be crowing about I was down. You fast forward to these two guys sitting at a restaurant somewhere. I look to Tom. I know he knows these stories, but you get two guys sitting in the restaurant, and he says, I scored, and the other guy says, yeah, I know, but I was down. You get to have those fun times later on. It's maybe when you're on the losing end, it's not as fun. Kickoff is bobbled around the 20-yard line. That'll stunt the return of Berkeley Kuiper. Kuiper will bring it back to about the 27. So after the touchdown and the mixed extra point, and after all that fun, we have reached the end of the quarter. It'll be Kenosha St. Joe's ball on their own 27. It is jump around time here at Camp Randall on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cefalatieri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
All right, jump around time has come to an end here at Camp Randall. That was kind of a wild end of the third quarter, folks. Again, Steve Maves will have that all on your highlights later tonight on this YouTube channel and our family of Facebook channels. You'll get to see that whole thing. But it is a touchdown, the missed extra point, but it's a two-score game as we start quarter number 4, and we start it with a tackle for loss as Hennessy gets bottled up in the backfield. In and around that tackle, Caleb Van Isle. And a couple of others in there. Also, Stevie Meyer. Meyer has been very active today, offensively and defensively for these Pirates. A loss of 2 on the play as the Lancers behind the sticks on second down. And so it's the same story for the Pirates for the rest of this fourth quarter, for the rest of the game. The defense has got to get the Lancers off the field. I know that's some Captain Obvious stuff, but they've got to do it, and probably got to do it in fairly quick order. They really can't sustain a long drive here As Rizzo has other things in mind, though, as he delivers a laser out to Dominic Rinaldi. And on the 2nd and 12, it's a pickup of 13 and a first down for the Lancers. The fantastic game for Zach Rizzo continues here in this one. Rizzo now 14 of 17. He's got over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground. 14 of 17, 164 after that last pass. Just a fantastic game from the senior, Zach Rizzo. Again, he'll play baseball at UW Parkside after graduation. So his last organized football game is here. This handoff right side and big tackle there from Van Isle. As Van Isle dropped Botero Weiss. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Good job there. Van Isle shed the block attempt, I should say, of Dante Williams. Got past Williams and met Botero Weiss in the backfield. As more green coming into the far side, there were the Edgar Wildcats fans now settling in, watching the end of this one. Here's a big pass from Rizzo. He's got his man at the 30. It's Rinaldi, and nobody will catch him. A touchdown for the Lancers. 62-yard touchdown toss from Zach Rizzo to Dominic Rinaldi, and the Lancers answer back to start the 4th. Again, this is the 2nd state championship game in school history, and Zach Rizzo has put his stamp on this one for Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic. He hit Rinaldi in stride, hit him at the 30, and Rinaldi ran it in from there. If I have it right, the second touchdown catch for Rinaldi today. Here's Yamez extra point. He is up. It is good. And it is 35-13. Lancers over the Pirates in this Division 7 state championship game on Zaleski Sports.
Need a little therapy? Bill's Service Center has been saving marriages and families since 1977. Forget testing your nerves. Test your next ride in a Polaris or Can-Am side-by-side or ATV. With nearly 100 units in stock, you'll find the perfect excuse to escape together. Because families that ride together, they actually have fun together. Bill's Service Center. Service is our name, tools and toys are our game.
Zach Rizzo, 15 of 18, 226 yards, 3 touchdown tosses. Dominic Rinaldi, 10 catches, 177 yards, and 2 touchdown receptions. What an effort. What a game for those two. Wow. Rizzo and Rinaldi doing the lion's share here for the Kenosha St. Joe Catholic Lancers. But let me make sure I mention the offensive line for these Lancers. They have given Rizzo time all game long. He's only been pressured once, and on that pressure, he ran ahead for a short gain. Other than that, he has had plenty of time in the pocket, all the time you would want to have, plus some. The offensive line for the Lancers making it pretty easy living for Zach Rizzo behind the line of scrimmage and affording him the opportunity for those 15 catches, or 15 pass completions and 226 yards. Just something else out of Rizzo and Rinaldi, and that's a record. So Dominic Rinaldi has set a Division 7 record with his 10 receptions and 177 yards receiving. So a record-setting day for the senior Dominic Rinaldi, an MVP day from Zach Rizzo, and a 35-13 lead for those Lancers. Have a day. Yeah, and just confirming here that it is a passing record in Division 7 as well for yards, 226 for Rizzo. So 3 individual records set for the Lancers. Rizzo on passing yards, Rinaldi on receiving yards and receptions. So 3 individual records here in this game for the Lancers. Still 10-18 to play as the kickoff is returned by Ty Pop up to around the 30, but a penalty flag flies late. And we'll see what all that is about. That flag lies now on the 26. Ball spotted on the 30. And our white hat says... Go ahead, sir.
Third and return. Illegal block in the back. Return team. Penalty is 10 yards.
So it's an illegal block in the back. I saw a Lancer laying on the field, face down, and maybe hamming it up there a little bit, just making sure that the infraction was seen by somebody. And it was. So that'll back up Cochrane-Fountain City to the 16-yard line. This will be a handoff left side. Smith with it there, and Smith will have a healthy run of about 7 on the first down tote. Tackle made by the senior, Devin Brown.
Second down and 3.
Nice run to start the drive. Nice drive starter, as the pros say. Nice drive starter for the Pirates and Ethan Smith. But with just the 9:40 left, it's not an uphill climb. It's a Mount Everest type of climb for the Pirates here in this one. Handoff going right side is Lizwoski. And it'll be enough for a Pirates first down. Gain of 5 out to the 29-yard line.
Brought down by Dominic Rinaldi.
And the Pirates will quickly get back to the line of scrimmage.
29-yard line.
Kujak calls for it. The lefty throws it deep and out through everybody. It was actually a diving interception attempt made by the defensive back, Tomas Baez. And even he couldn't lay out for it, as that pass intended for Ty Pop out through him by about 3 yards and out through Baez by about 1.5 yards. But there's no doubt here as we take a look at the junior Parker Kujak. He's got an arm on him. And he's been a force to contend with in this game, and no doubt he'll be a force to contend with in his upcoming senior season next year. And this final 9:14 here in this game. Here's Kujak. Step, throw. Pop catches it at the 35 and runs sideways to around the 37. So 7-yard completion from Kujak to Pop. 3rd and 3 coming up.
3rd and 2.
This will be a handoff right side and right into the mouth of the Lancers defense. Or if you want to take that pun further, right into the tip of the jousting sword. And it is close to the line of gain. They will give them the first down. So 3 yards on the carry for Smith, and it's a first down for the Pirates. Clock runs 8:30 to play. And we are 1:40 to kick off Edgar and Darlington. Listen to that one live right here on Zaleski Sports. And the Edgar fans just about outnumbering the Kenosha St. Joe fans on that far side of the field. Pass up ahead, and again, Kujak is, I said, he's got an arm on him. He is plenty accurate and has that one out to Bambenek, a gain of 11, another first down, chains move. But still with an hour left before kickoff, Edgar fans, it looks like, wearing the black and green, already outnumbering the blue of the Lancers contingent here from Kenosha. So should have a good crowd on hand for that one. Or they're all already here. Big football fans in Edgar. Quick swing out to the right side. That one complete. And Kujak, getting his arm warmed up here. Made a couple of consecutive completions. That one out to Smith for a gain of 8.
At the 43-yard line, gain of 8.
So moving are the Pirates. They're into Lancers territory now to the 3-yard line. Kujak takes the low snap, hands it off to Aiden Lizwowski, and he'll have enough for the first down. Chains move once again, now down to the 40-yard line. So the good news, the Pirates, for the Pirates, moving offensively here with some fluidity. The bad news, they will snap this ball with under 7 minutes to play and down by 22. Play action here. Keeping it is Kujak, and he will run for 1, and he is tackled well by Jack Schmitz. Schmitz had a full head of steam at him, coming at Kujak from Kujak's left shoulder pad, and put his right shoulder pad right into Kujak's left shoulder pad and dropped him on the spot. 364 total yards of offense for Kenosha St. Joe's, 214 for Cochrane-Fountain City. Here's Kujak, back to pass, under pressure, does get it away, and it is intercepted. That pass was thrown under pressure and thrown right into the loving, waiting arms of the 5'10 senior, Tyler Butera-Weiss. Butera-Weiss came up as Kujak was under pressure. I saw Dante Williams in the face of Kujak. On the replay we'll see, and that's exactly who it was. He actually had a hand on him, and then help came from Sincere Williams. So Williams and company put bodies on Kujak. He just unloaded the ball, and Butera-Weiss brought it in for the turnover. It'll be Lancers ball, and when we return, 6:13 to play on this Division 7 state championship game on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At Wapaka Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at Wapaka Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house was brand new again.
Well, it was nothing but a good time for Brett Michaels and Poison and the Gang back in about 1987, and 6-13 stands right now between the Lancers and nothing but a good time, as they are just over 6 minutes away from a Division 7 state championship, as they lead Cochrane-Fountain City 35-13, and after the interception from Tyler Butera-Weiss, they give him the ball. Why not? Give him the ball and let him run it up the middle. I was just told should Zach Rizzo complete another pass in this game, he will also set the completions record in Division 7. He already owns the yards in a game record. And if Coach Rizzo, who is his dad, Matt Rizzo, if he knows that, probably see a pass here. If Coach Matt Rizzo doesn't know it, and he probably doesn't, we're going to see handoffs until zeros are on the clock. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Rizzo in the shotgun. One in motion in front of him, and yep, another handoff here, right side, and Pirates expecting run, and they gang tackle Botero Weiss to a gain of about 1, and here's the third down. So if there is a pass coming and a chance at a completions record for the senior Zach Rizzo, you figure it would come here. My guess, again, is Dad Matt Rizzo doesn't know about a record-setting situation here, and he'll call a run. And they're taking a long time to get that play in. And I guess no hurry here, under 5 to play. You want to take every second that you can. Run the play clock down, and again, there is no visual play clock. It's a back judge who now has hand up to signal 10 seconds, and now the hand motion 5-4, and with 3 left on the play clock, the handoff again to Botero Weiss. He spins out of 1 tackle, lunges ahead to the 50-yard line, where the Lancers now will be 1 yard short of a first down, 4th and 1 upcoming, and you would suspect Kenosha St. Joe will go for it here. But they give him a first down. All right, so after the ball spot came down, they say he did get just enough, and a first down for the Lancers. Yeah, well, that's the official ruling, and will now forever be the ruling. Everybody's having a good time out here, so the Lancers keep the good times rolling with the first down. Rizzo now under center, under 4 to play. And another handoff. Botero Weiss puts it on the turf. I think he got back on it, though. And will recover the fumble and a gain of 1. 3:40 and counting. Again, full video highlights will be available this afternoon on this YouTube channel and every 13 Facebook channels that we give to you here on Zaleski Sports. And the highlights will include a coach interview. And if Steve is feeling frisky, he'll put a player interview in there too. Yeah, Mike says Steve is feeling frisky today. All right, good. So you get to hear from Coach and a player or two in those video highlights. So make sure to tell your friends when you see it on Facebook, hit that share button so all your friends can see. Double handoff here, and a hold is going to be the result of it anyway on the carry for Berkeley Kuiper, but that will end up not being a carry because they will call this one back. Hold on the Lancers. And the bad news for Kenosha St. Joe, that will stop the clock with 3 minutes. They were doing their best to run this thing out, but the holding call will stop the clock with 3 to play. And we'll put Kenosha St. Joe's behind the chains. It's going to be a 2nd and 19 coming up after the hold. The 10 yards are marched off for the holding penalty. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. Again, thanks to our pregame sponsor, Fleet Farm. Black Friday at Fleet Farm is almost here. Doors open early, 5 a.m. next week, Friday. The first 500 in your store get a free plush toy and have a chance to shop this year's best deals. You can also get an early peek at the Black Friday ad today at fleetfarm.com. Here's Botero Weiss around the left side. He was able to turn upfield, a gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd and a lot. And the Pirates going to call a timeout. So Cochrane-Fountain City calls the timeout, 2:35 to play, and we are commercial-free until we put a championship banner on the screen for you. And at this point, we take a look at the scoreboard. Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic 35, Cochrane-Fountain City 13. So I think we know which one that we're loading up on the broadcast for you. Again, all 7 championship games today and tomorrow, broadcast live right here on Zaleski Sports. All 7 will have full video highlights, and all 7, I would think, will have some form of photography recognition early next week as well. And take this time here to remind you, beyond that, about our other offerings today in the world of girls basketball here on Zaleski Sports. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. It's Almond Bancroft hosting Auburndale and Iola Scandinavia hosting Loyal. So both those girls basketball tilts tip at 7. And the rest of the games are at 7:15 tonight. Rib Lake and Columbus Catholic. Fall Creek at Durand, Arkansas. Eau Claire North is at Marshfield. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood at Mosinee. And the game that I'll be watching, Stevens Point at Eau Claire Memorial. As I said earlier, those two teams have played each other the last 2 years in the playoffs. Memorial knocked off Stevens Point 2 years ago. Stevens Point knocked out Memorial last year. They start the year against each other this year. That's good scheduling by the athletic directors. The broadcasters, us in the media, we like that one. So out of the Pirates' timeout, we get a flip to the right from Rizzo, and we're going to get a yard out of it from Botero Weiss. And somewhere along the way, a Pirate lost a pink arm sleeve. And we get the final timeout called by Cochrane-Fountain City. They call it with fourth down upcoming, so they will set up a punt return, and that answers my question that Coach Matt Rizzo did not know about a pending record for his son, Zach Rizzo. So it's still a record. It's a tied record, right, for pass completions, but it's not a solo record as it turns out. But I suppose you could say it's still a record nonetheless. Again, Zach Rizzo, 15 of 18 today, 226 yards and 3 touchdowns. The yards is an individual record. The pass completions of 15 is a shared record in Division 7. And then on the receiving end, Dominic Rinaldi, 10 receptions. That is a state record. 177 yards receiving. That is a state record. And 2 touchdowns also for Dominic Rinaldi. What a performance from those two. Just a fantastic game overall by the Lancers. Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates, they had sparks, they had moments, but the Lancers just a bit too much here this morning, and now afternoon, 12:30 in the afternoon here. This game started at 10 a.m. That's cartoons and cereal time for me, but today it was football. So on the 4th and 15, it'll be a punt, and the Lancers punted away, and that is a not very good punt. That one barely got off the foot of Zach Rizzo. It's about the only thing that he hasn't done well today. That'll be one that he'll get some ribbing about on the bus ride home, about that wobbly punt that went about 5 feet in the air, 5 feet off the ground, I should say, and then rolled ahead a punt net of about 20, 25 yards. And the Pirates will take the field offensively, presumably for the last time here in 2025, from their own 34-yard line, 2:22 to play. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, guaranteeing quality you can trust at Infinity Exteriors. Here's Kujak, completes the pass to Bambenek across the 40-yard line, near the line to gain. And if it was a first down one other time, it's certainly going to be first down this time. All right, and a clarification on the Dominic Rinaldi receiving yards record after this pass from Kujak, and on the in-breaking route, it's complete to Bambenek, a gain of 7 there. The Rinaldi 177 yards receiving, that is an all-time record in state championship football history, as he passed Justin Parrott of Arrowhead from 10 years ago. So Justin, your record is gone, and in moves in Dominic Rinaldi. That is an all-time state record, not a division record, just an all-time state championship football record for Dominic Rinaldi. Those 177 yards. Pass incomplete out of the hand of Parker Kujak, and 3rd and 2 now. The ball spotted on the Lancers' 48-yard line, so just in the white outline of the Wisconsin W across the 50 are the Pirates. Looking to pick up a 3rd down here. Looking to get a score. Just let's end our state championship experience with a touchdown. It's not a bad idea. This pass complete to Ty Pop, and that is good for a first down. Down to the 41, a gain of about 7 on 3rd and 2. But that is the goal for Coach Jesse Cyrus and his Pirates right now. Let's cap this thing off, all right? Yeah, we're going to bring a silver ball home, so we get a trophy in the trophy case. That is a good thing. And then let's have another good thing and cap this thing off with a touchdown. So on the 41, they will have to do it, though, with 94 seconds left and no timeouts. Clock does stop, though, on all first downs. It runs now at 1:33. And another pass complete. And here go the Pirates. It's a chance, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown catch by Stevie Meyer, as Meyer on the 41-yard hookup from Parker Kujak, and the Pirates score with 1:25 left to play. So there you go. There's your goal setting, right? We bring a trophy home, and we put one in the end zone at Camp Randall before we get on the bus. And a moment to remember forever for the senior 6'3" receiver, Stevie Meyer. He's had a good game today, folks. Been in on a lot of the action and caps off his football career with a touchdown at Camp Randall Stadium here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. 2-point conversion will fail as the swing pass to Ty Pop is caught, but Baez brings him down on the spot. So the 2-point conversion fails, and we will have 3 kneel downs and a gold ball on the field here momentarily in Madison. And depending on the officials' lenience on the clock, maybe just 2 kneel downs. We'll see how they run it. 1:25 to play. If they run it by the book, it'll be 3, but we'll see. It may just be 2. And that 1 o'clock kickoff going to be delayed by a bit, as we are 22 minutes shy of 1 o'clock. So that kickoff is going to be delayed by just a bit. What will happen, folks, if you're new here at Zaleski Sports, this broadcast will end, and then you'll either refresh your YouTube page or your YouTube app on your TV or device, or you'll go to ZaleskiSports.com and click the Edgar Darlington link. Either way, you'll dump out of this one. This one will end. The new one will begin probably in about 10 minutes after we end here. And then you'll have about kickoff probably about 20, 30 minutes after that. So you've got time to go to the kitchen and get a snack and come back and load up Edgar Darlington and wait for kickoff. This is my estimation, but probably sometime around 1:20, depending how this final 1:25, how efficient that is on the field. So this will be an onside attempt for Moya. And actually, Moya will run past it, and the ball is still loose. I think the Pirates got it, actually. And it is going to be Pirates football. That ball was jarred free of Tomas Baez. The officials, though, converge. They are going to talk about this. The ball may have actually been possessed and then hit while Baez was on the ground, and that's what they are going to rule. So it's going to be Lancer's ball. And it was close, but they say that as Baez held the ball on the ground, I'm going to look at the replay now on the big screen, but they're going to say as Baez, he was down. So when he's holding the ball and his knee hits, the play is over immediately. And that's what happened. He was on the ground when he held the ball in his chest, and in high school football, the play is immediately over when that happens. It was a good kick, though. It was actually Parker Kujak who came through and actually kicked it onside. Moya ran through it, Kujak kicked it, and the Pirates were oh so close to recovering it. And because of that 6 seconds now, it will be 2 kneel downs and a gold ball for the Lancers. It's 1:19 to play. Coaches have headsets off on both sidelines. Lancers gather at their own 35-yard line. They are ready to rush the field. Rizzo will need to kneel it down twice, though, before the celebration can begin in full earnest. It has begun with some flair, though, right now on the sideline. Rizzo takes the first kneel down. A smattering, a small momentum, a small wave of hugs and handshakes and high fives on the Lancers sideline now. Pirates on the other side begin to line up for a handshake. The difference between a gold and a silver ball. The senior, Zach Rizzo, waits, looks at the clock behind him. Waits for the clock to tick under 40 seconds. They break the huddle with 43. Under center is Rizzo. And for the final time in his high school football career, and for the final time for the Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers in 2025, the final snap has happened, and the Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers are football champions in 2025. Congratulations to both teams on a really well-played game for the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates and the Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers seniors. Best of luck on all your future endeavors. Should you have another sport, good luck next season. Good luck with your post-high school career. And we'll see you out and about. This is how this one goes. Our post-game coverage brought to us by Nasonville Dairy. And time now for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, and NasonvilleDairy.com. Let's run our 30-second Nasonville commercial, and I'll be right back in 30 seconds to give you game stats right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Caflagraviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
We come back to the cheers of the fans of Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers, as their Lancers are 2025 football champions. Congratulations, one and all. And again, congratulations to the Silver Ball Trophy inhabitants, the Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates. And Steve, I see, is on the field now. He's going to interview a coach and maybe a player or two. Again, all those video highlights will be available right here on this YouTube channel this afternoon and on our Facebook family of channels as well. Let's take a look at offensive stats here in this game as we wrap this thing up. Parker Kujak, 13 to 25 passing for the Pirates, 176 yards and a touchdown. Running was Aiden Lizwoski, 10 carries, 81 yards and a touchdown. Ethan Smith, 7 carries and 26 yards. Ty Pop had a carry for 2 yards for the Pirates. And receiving and leading the way, receiving the ball for the Pirates was Bambenek. Make sure we get all the names here. Tucker Bambenek, 5 receptions, 58 yards. Ty Pop had 3 catches and 21 yards. Stevie Meyer, 2 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. And the touchdown closed out our scoring here today. Smith with 2 catches for 36 yards, and Lizwoski had a catch and 10 yards receiving for the Pirates. And we turn now to the record-setting day for the Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers. A tied record for Zach Rizzo, 15 completions on 18 attempts, 226 yards and 3 touchdowns. On the run, Chris Kenesey, 19 carries, 117 yards and a touchdown. Great day there for Kenesey. It was Tyler Batera-Weiss, 11 carries and 27 yards. Dominic Rinaldi had a carry and 8 yards. And Rizzo is going to end up the day with 2 carries and 2 yards and a touchdown on the ground as well for Kenesey. Receiving, and again, the record-setting day from Dominic Rinaldi, 177 yards. That is an all-time state record in WIAA championship football play on 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns, and a 62-yard, one of them a 62-yard touchdown reception. Tomas Baez, a pair of catches and 34 yards. Batera-Weiss had 2 catches. And Jack Schmitz hauled in a pass from Rizzo on the day as well. One more time here on this one, your final score, Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers 35, Cochrane-Fountain City Pirates 19. Congratulations to the Division 7 state champion, Kenosha St. Joseph Catholic Lancers, here in 2025. Gang, my name's Jason Zaleski. Thanks for listening. We will close this one down. Division 6 broadcast will be available here in about 15 minutes. Edgar and Darlington. Kickoff likely some 45 minutes from now, right here on Zaleski Sports. Good day.